Hello everyone. Again, this is your junior high school math teacher, and in this video I will be discussing the remaining examples when it comes to the topic about solving word problems relating to uh, solving right triangles. Okay, for our next set of illustrative examples, let us take this one. A ladder 6 meters long leans against a wall. If the top of the ladder makes an angle of 35 degrees with the wall, such as this one, okay, how far is the foot of the ladder from the wall? So we are looking for the distance. If this is the ladder, uh, letter A is asking us to get the distance of the foot of this ladder from the wall. So if we draw a right triangle, we are actually looking for the length of this horizontal leg. Okay, since the vertical leg here is the wall. Okay, so this one right here is the unknown distance of the foot of the ladder from the wall, which is denoted by segment AC. And then what else do we need to look for from this problem? Letter B, how high did the ladder reach? So in this diagram, we are actually looking for the vertical leg, or the height the ladder reached along the wall, okay, which is actually denoted by segment BC. Now for our solution, to determine the distance of the foot of the ladder from the wall, denoted by segment AC, we're going to use the sine function. So therefore, the setup equation is sine theta is equal to AC over H. Okay, the H here is this one. Okay, and the theta is the one having a measure of 35 degrees. So no, I mean H here is not necessarily height. Okay, I stand it correct. It's the hypotenuse, okay, which is equal to 6 meters. Yeah. Then and okay, the theta here is 35-degree acute angle. So the distance of the foot of the ladder from the wall is denoted by segment AC. So substituting the given value from this setup equation, so we have AC is equal to the product of the hypotenuse and the sine of theta, or sine of 35 degrees. So this will become 6 sine of 35 degrees. In your scientific calculator, look for the value of this trigonometric function, 35 degrees, sine 35 degrees. And that is, of course, whatever that value is. So if we're going to check our scientific calculator for the value of sine 35 degrees, that is actually 57357 multiplied by 6, or 0.537, 0.57357 times 6, that is equal to 3.44 meters. Okay, so the foot of the ladder is 3.44 meters away from the wall. Okay, so this one right here has a length of 3.44 meters. Okay, yan. Now, how, how high did the ladder reach? Now, to determine how high the ladder reaches, we use the cosine function. And that is cosine theta is equal to BC, the required height reached by the wall, over the hypotenuse 6. We know that theta is 35, so we are actually having cosine 35 times 6. Okay, you cross product these two. So 6 times cosine theta, where theta is 35. That is your BC. Now, in your scientific calculator, cosine 35 is actually what? 0.81915. Multiplied by 6, it will give you 4.91 meters. Thus, the ladder reached a height of 4.91 meters. So, ito yon. Okay? Next, a kite makes an angle of 50 degrees with the ground. If the string of the kite is 150 meters, find the approximate height of the kite. So let us illustrate the problem. So this is the kite. Okay, the girl is holding the string with the length of 150 meters. So we are asked to find the approximate height of the kite. This one right here. Okay, ito yun. So this is a right triangle. Now, if this is the right triangle, what is the appropriate trigonometric function that can be used in order to set up the equation solving for the height or the altitude of the kite? Now, to determine the height reached by the kite, we use the sine function because we have the 50-degree angle. Now, in reference to this angle, the height reached by the kite is the opposite leg, and the length of the string, which is 150 meters, is your hypotenuse. So, sine 50 degrees is equal to h over 150. Okay? And then you cross multiply these two to find the value of h. Therefore, your h is equal to 150 times sine of 50 degrees. Now, in your scientific calculator, look for sine of 50 degrees. And that is 0.76604. Multiply that one by 150. Ayan, okay. 0.7660 times 150. We have now the height of a kite. Now, if we try to round off the resulting value to the nearest whole number, that is approximately 115 meters. Okay, so that is the height of the kite. The height reached by the kite. Okay, yun. And this is your answer.